Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life.
Hey guys, I hope you're having a great day. Today I am going to talk to you guys about my design bootcamp and design suite programs. So I have not really gotten on. I mean, you've heard me mention it, right? These programs that I have, but I decided to dedicate a whole episode to telling you a little bit about it and kind of some of the problems I was seeing, and that's why I put together these two programs. So I am a creative, I'm a designer, I'm a maker, I'm a crafter, and I have built this business, and I used all these strategies that I won't say made up, but yeah, I made up because I kind of saw things going on in the marketplace, and I was like, how can I utilize this and get smart and use trends so that I am designing, but I'm being really smart about it? And when I looked around, I realized there weren't very many designers who were doing what I was doing. In fact, there are very, very few, okay? And I thought, how amazing would it be if other designers or women who wanted creative lives knew how to do exactly what I do, okay? Because there's plenty of room, you guys. There's so much room, it's not even funny. If you don't like my particular style, you'll probably like someone else's style better. Maybe they have a cooler, different style that's more for you, right? And I know that this abundance mentality in the designer world actually in a lot of ways doesn't exist. I kind of feel like women get a little bit like competitive and like they, are trying to hold on to their space. I've seen that plenty of times, okay? And so I was just like, I wonder if I went into this, and you guys know I've always taught. I taught at the university, and I think that kind of informs why I do what I do, because I think it's easier to have an abundance mentality if you're someone who was an instructor, who was a professor. Like I was teaching young designers all the time, right? And so I kind of went into it going, I wonder if there is a way to teach designers or people who want to become designers, like what they actually have to do. Recognize that like they don't have to just work hard. They have to work really smart. Because I've seen lots of people work hard and they're just hitting their head against the wall. And instead, I wanted them to be actually turning the knob of the door that would get them to the next level. And so this is kind of where it kind of began. I used to teach a long, long time ago at a place called jessicasprague.com, and I taught Illustrator classes, and I would teach one-offs, and I actually include like critiques on people's digital scrapbooking papers and all that other stuff. And I really found that I liked that part, but it actually took a very, very long time. It reminded me, I'd have 200 or 300 people in a class, and I'd have to get through all of their stuff. So it took up a lot of time. That being said, I liked being able to see people's work. And it kind of triggered in me last year when I was starting these programs. I was teaching all these individual classes, but I was like, I knew in my heart that someone who just took a single class from me wasn't necessarily going to come out of it going, I am a designer. They would learn the stuff, but I don't know that they internalized what they had become, right? And so I thought, how would I teach this? How would I, if you were in my 4-year university program, how would I teach this? And the more and more I thought about it, even though I knew it was going to be a time commitment, and for you guys who know me now, those of you who are in my Design Suite program now, you know that I still design. I'm not giving up design just to teach. I am a designer, okay? I will always design. And I kind of went, if you were in my design program, if you were in my typography class, my graphic design foundations course, you would get feedback from me. That's what would make you a better designer, okay? And so I started building all of these courses that I knew that if you were in a curriculum with me that you would need. And then I started thinking, how do I do this live portion so that I could see your work, that I would have a personal relationship with you, that if you were in a membership of something, right, you would know the teacher. That's me. So what happened was I decided to create this design boot camp. And it's a week-long class. And right now it's usually live, and I do it once a month or once every other month. But eventually we're hoping, and maybe by the time this comes on, we'll have a replay available, because I know, especially as creatives, we are so busy. So my goal is to have a replay available so that you can watch it in your own time. Anyway, one week where I describe and I teach the actual strategies I use to make income as a designer. So I've been doing that, and it has been phenomenal. Like, just seeing, it's a pretty low price, but it's just seeing people, like, they're like, I can just tell from their comments that, like, they're having aha moments, that they're like realizing the gaps that are happening as designers. And those that don't even know the programs and haven't even done any of the design stuff are realizing, oh my gosh, this could be important to me. This could be the thing for me. This would keep me at home. This would give me freedom. This would give me flexibility. All the things as creatives that we really need and want, right? Plus, do a creative career. So I have a whole framework for how I have built my business and what it does for me, and how it makes me residual income, which is the craziest part, and not one that I wasn't working towards that, if that makes sense. I wasn't working towards residual income. It was just a product of all the strategies that I've been using. So that's what I go through in Bootcamp. And then some people from Bootcamp recognize that the frameworks that are stated in Bootcamp is a great way to actually make money. And so that's why I have the Design Suite program. It is a year-long program, you guys. And I really do. It's like smushing in, you guys, 4 years of a graphic design degree, very, very concentrated with like a specialty, into 1 year. It is so intense, but you get to do it at your own pace. And we have weekly meetings. And I wish all of you could come to one of these meetings. Because I think when you realize that the thing that you've been missing in your life this entire time is having someone tell you exactly what you need to do. I know that when that happened for me, like when I got into a mentorship and I got part of a mastermind, and I had someone just give me the tiniest tidbits of what I need to do exactly in my business, where I was going wrong, what my next step was, things changed dramatically. And that's what we're looking for in Design Suite, trying to give that one-on-one help, but in a group setting. So we do weekly meetings. We do virtual conferences for a year, every quarter. We have a community where like we have a huge shop list. We have, oh my gosh, it's just great. Like you can ask questions. We're like posting how to do things in the programs. It's just really helpful. And I knew it was going to be a lot of time. I knew it was going to be a lot of effort on my part. But like every time I'm doing a meeting, every time I'm jumping in the community, I just think, this is the best. This is amazing. And the times I hear, you've totally changed my life. And I'm not saying that in a braggy way. I'm saying that in that I feel so grateful to be a part of it. Like the number of times people are like, I had my aha moment this week. I've changed this, this, and this, and this. The number of times I hear, I love our scheduled weekly meeting. It gives me a deadline to get my stuff in, which you guys, accountability is a huge part of the design process. If you're unable to stay accountable and stay on top of your things, and then on top of it, we have over 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 courses right now in the program that I continually add to, is insane. And we do things that most programs don't do. So like most like coaching, critiquing, I don't actually know of a critiquing program. Coaching programs out there. We're a critiquing program. They give you the stuff, you're there for 6 months, and then you're out. You don't get anything. We do not work that way. And we don't work that way because I'm a designer, and I believe that as a designer, you need continual education. So once you pay for the Design Suite program, you're just in. Like you have 1 year in all the live stuff that requires me seeing your work, like meetings and community and all that stuff. But like the actual coursework, once you're in Design Suite, you're just in Design Suite. And I do that on purpose because I don't want you to spend your whole year trying to do 12 courses as fast as you can. No. I want you to take them as you go and make money as you go. One of the things I've heard people say is that like there are things that are expenses and there are things that are like that are investments, okay? And I really wanted to create a program that was an investment. Like you're not just putting money into a program and then you come out and you're like, well, that was fun. No, I'm not interested in that. And believe me, if you've been in a boot camp with me, I have told people no, that they're not right for the program, okay? Because if I see your work and I see what you're doing and I know what you're capable of, I will tell you, yes, you are right for the program, okay? Because I want people to succeed in the program, and it's an investment. You have to think of it as going to 4 years of college to get a degree, except for we're doing it in 1 year, we're doing it expedited, and we're doing it on actual practical work so that you're making money as you go, right? I don't know another program that's like, we're like a college program, except for you make money. That was my goal. I just thought, what's a program I would pay for? Because I knew it would give me the investment back. And I have found those programs out there, but nothing has been in design. I've never been able to find a design program like that. I've seen design programs for a lot less than mine, and they're basically a DIY course. That's what they are. And maybe they're a little bit of group coaching for a very short amount of time, like 12 weeks. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in producing designers. And maybe that's just from me being an associate professor. That probably just comes from my background. But like what I love is the connections that I have in the industries I have, and the fact that I have been a creative director so that I can make sure and give my people the best advice possible, the best connections possible, so that they can make it. So that is why I created the programs. If you want to come join me in a design bootcamp or a replay, you can find that at carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp. If you want to check out the Design Suite program, that is also at carinagardnercourses.com/design suite. I am going to tell you, if you come to a boot camp, I usually give a lot of bonuses to the Design Suite program in my boot camps. Why? I actually prefer I think it's only $17 to come to a boot camp. I'd rather have you come and learn and know the strategies at the very, very least before you come into my program. I want you to know what I'm all about and why there are certain things we leave to designing at the end and certain things we design at the beginning, because my goal is to make you successful. So I love it. It has been life-changing for me to see my members building these amazing portfolios, getting fabric deals, getting, oh my gosh, you guys, the number of people who've gotten awesome big deals for things, paper deals, like it has been so awesome. It just lights my heart on fire. It makes me like feel like one of the purposes I know in my business is to create impact, and this is how I'm creating impact, and it makes me so happy. If you come to a boot camp, you'll know that I am on fire about design and passionate about helping you get to your dreams and goals. And so if you want to come check that out, you can go to carinagardnercourses.com/design bootcamp, and I would love to see you there. I don't know what else I could tell you about the programs without getting into huge detail, but there is a lot of details on these programs because it is like we try to cram in that design boot camp. It's like a week-long course where we like slam it with so much strategy, so much framework. And then Design Suite is like 4 years jammed into 1 year, where we just are working to build this amazing, freedom-filled, flexible-filled, second job in life, like this real, like, designer creative career. And while I do focus on crafting and digital products online, the thing I really want by the end of the year is that you feel that you are a designer. And the goal is to make you so good that when the opportunities arise in your life, that you can take them. Because it might not be in certain digital products. Maybe it's in paper crafting. Maybe you get a deal like to do someone's like signage for their shop. Maybe you get a deal to like do all this artwork. I don't know what the opportunities are that are going to come to you, but like by the end of the year, you are a designer. And we have all sorts of people doing lots and lots of different things in the program. And I try to give you my best advice about business, running your business as a designer, and creating income, which is like seriously so fun for me. Because once you get that little taste, when you start making a little bit of money as a designer, that's addicting. Absolutely addicting. So I hope you come join me for a design boot camp. And I know we have at least one. We have one more this year. So at the time of recording this, I'm just thinking about what we have coming up. So I hope you get to join me for that, because it would be really fun to see you. I love talking to you. And thanks for joining me in this podcast. All right, guys, see you soon.
Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.